She's right, you know, I'm not gonna lie, fam. The meal preps are bland, you know. Imagine the thought of somebody cooking me a meal and for the next 3 days I've got to eat the same meal. Like, nah. I know that it's something that I'm gonna have to try if I wanna gain, but I remember one time my mum made me a salad, yeah? Oh my God, I nearly threw up. Like, the salad nearly made me throw up, like, and it was plain salad, you know.
Did your mum calculate when she was making you African dishes? These foods are not calculated. I calculate with my eyes. So I know how much palm oil I put in there. I know how much oil and ingredients and Maggi I need to put in these dishes.
Black people do not use measuring jugs and all that shit. Them use them and. If you're Jamaican, you would know, like, a Jamaican will tell you, me measure my food with my hand. You just know the measurements through culture, by watching your aunt, your gran. Like, it's not a measure with a scale kind of thing. Watagwan pa, watagwan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. So by the title of this video, I'm going to be reacting to Blue Therapy. So the title of this episode is called I Don't Call You Fat, You Have a Guilty Conscience. So yeah, child. This what you see when it comes to weight. Ooh, it's a sticky one still.
How your life routine was before you got together. So,
Well, speaking for myself, of course, I went to work, I got back, I worked in my business. Sometimes I would go and see Paul, obviously do the whole cooking here and there, and he would cook for me, and you know, if I was in a dirty environment I would try and clean up, but that's pretty much it. I didn't feel as though there was an obligation to do these things. I didn't feel like it was my duty to cook, for example, you know.
and how was your daily routine?
Literally up in the morning, out with a few clients, come back, work on a few more clients online, food preps, so I'll probably prep for like the next 4 to 5 days, something like that. Tidy environment.
Right. So how has this changed?
When Paul talks, his mouth barely opens.
I'm his chef and his cleaner.
That's how you feel?
Yes, it is how I feel. I've got a busy schedule as well, but Paul likes it when he gets home from work and food is ready.
Since I've moved in with Paul, he now wants me to cook every time I have time. In the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, every second weekends when I come back from work. Honestly speaking, he was eating prior to me moving in, so I don't understand what's going on. It wasn't takeout, so you were cooking, so why don't you cook? The thing is with him, he likes fresh meals. I'm not going to cook for you every day. I'm not your chef.
Again, I'm a Nigerian woman. I don't mind submitting to my husband or my boyfriend, and I understand the importance of feeding him. But Paul eats meal preps. He eats rubbish, bland food, unseasoned food, and I don't mind doing that. Maybe on a Sunday evening, but he would like me to prepare these horrible dishes every single day.
At any time, do you ever eat the same meal together?
Let me tell you one of my biggest problems. He's kind of denounced our cultural foods.
Oh.
Yes. So he has issues with the fact it's oily. Even though he eats ice cream and he has takeout, he finds it too heavy. You don't have to eat it.
Look at Paul's face.
For example, we can have
I feel like I was actually having a conversation with someone, yeah, and I feel like this whole submit thing, I don't feel like that goes for just women. I feel like you're both male and female have to submit to one another. There's a level of submission that you should have to one another. And I also feel like, I don't know about this whole cooking thing, yeah, but child, she's right. You can cook, so you should also be taking time out to cook as well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people that I like fresh food, but if I'm not gonna do it myself, I cannot expect somebody to do it all the time, regardless if we're married or whatever. And especially if she works and has her own business. Come on, man. What the hell?
A dinner, we could have some African dishes and that's one of the reasons he actually fell in love with me, my cooking. And all of a sudden now it's too fresh, or it's too heavy, and it's too fatty. There's too many calories in these dishes for him.
And have you always watched the calories and your weight, presumably, if you're watching the calories, or is this a new scenario?
It's a very good question. I feel like Choma's very selfish. What's funny?
How am I selfish? Because I want to cook for you.
Okay, but what's funny though?
The fact you just said I'm selfish. What does that mean?
I wasn't laughing.
No, well, first of all, I'm not
This
selfish.
is
I would like to cook for him,
so
but he makes
petty.
it very difficult to cater to him when I'm busy as well.
Based on the question she asked, in terms of my food history, you basically have knowledge of it. You know, I don't know you to tell you anything about myself, but here we are. I'll give you a tiny bit of background. So I actually went
My guy said, I don't know you to tell you a bit about yourself. You're in therapy.
So at that time, you know, if I was going through stress or anything, I used to eat, and that was just me making myself feel happy for the short term. But
So you was a
damaging
big
my
you.
body
You was a
long
big
term.
youth.
It actually took me quite a while to, you know, lose the weight, get into shape. And, you know, since I've kind of got back onto track, I've been very basically religious and strict with my workouts, you know, my diet and stuff like that. You know, I literally have a board in a room which shows, you know, what I plan to eat. This is something that I take very seriously.
I feel bad. I feel like I've let him down in some way. I don't understand why he didn't feel comfortable enough to speak to me about it. And it really does upset me that, you know, I'm hearing about it for the first time in our therapy session.
I didn't tell Choma about my depression because I feel like, first of all, it's something that's very sensitive and personal. And at the same time, she can be quite...
This is the issue with relationships. We don't communicate. Like, fam, you lot have been going out for how long? And you don't know that?
sensitive as well. So, you know, if I'm just going to just kind of give off something just like that, it's easy for her to kind of use that to manipulate and potentially push my buttons, basically, and I wasn't going to have that.
And just, excuse me, were you doing this when you were together?
Can I just point something out? This is my problem with him. So he's just expressed something to you that he's never expressed to me. I had no idea that he was depressed and used food as an outlet. You've never, for once, told me that, and we've been together 3 years. So of course,
3 years
to make you traditional food is going to come across selfish if I don't know this knowledge. To me, he wants me to do meal preps. You want to live a healthy lifestyle, which is absolutely fine. But the fact that you used to cook before and now you don't want to cook is what I'm complaining about.
Right.
I had no idea that you were depressed, babe. Like, you could have easily said that to me. We could have had a conversation about this and I would never bring it up.
Okay. So let's look at it like this, right? I used to cook for you, right?
Yes, you did.
What did I used to cook?
He would make like...
When Paul talks, he always sounds like he's about to pitch an idea. He's got a tone like he's about to pitch something to you, like a business strategy.
Rice, some stew, chicken.
Do you see me eating that now? Let me ask you a question. If you know that the way I've kind of changed my food and lifestyle has made me into the man that I am, and if you're happy with what you have, why would you does this... Okay, look, okay, babe. All right, look at me. Not in a cocky way, but just look at me.
What does that mean?
Do you like what you see?
When I met him, he was
Oh
fat.
my
Oh,
God.
really? So, yes. So he started gymming, yeah. And my African dishes, these fatty dishes, also built you to the man you are today. Correct?
African
You
dishes.
loved it.
The majority
correct?
of African dishes are filled with carbs. Muscles are built based on protein. So technically speaking,
Or
that's
you can eat beans. You can eat beans and yam porridge. You can eat all these things. Can you not?
I feel like with Choma's diet, she doesn't take it seriously. You know, considering what I do, the people I work with, and the results that I get, the results I've got for myself, I think that should kind of motivate her to want to take her diet more seriously.
Choma's
She
shape
doesn't,
good,
and
man.
that's
Loud
basically
Choma.
a red flag to me.
Cha.
Like, how are we gonna work?
I'm not even trying to make it every single day. That's the thing. I'm not.
She's right, you know, I'm not gonna lie, fam. The meal preps are bland, you know. Imagine the thought of somebody cooking me a meal and for the next 3 days I've got to eat the same meal. Like, no. I know that it's something that I'm gonna have to try if I wanna gain, but I remember one time my mum made me a salad, yeah? Oh my God, I nearly threw up. Like, the salad nearly made me throw up. Like, And it was plain salad, you know.
So Deborah claims that she doesn't trust me.
Memory loss sounds like.
What are you talking about?
So Jamel told me that he was training a client.
Sure was.
Actually, he wasn't. He was just at his boy's house. Now, he wasn't actually doing anything wrong, but you said you were training a client.
Right.
At your friend's house.
That don't only happen in relationships, you know. That happens in friendships too. You have them stinking people that will just lie unprovoked. Oh, I'm going to the shop to get milk when you was really going to the shop to get cigarettes. Like, why are you lying? Like, nobody cares. We're big adults here. Come on, like, and it's them small lies, you know. It's them small lies that make you have to side-eye some people.
It's just little things like that. It's dishonesty, and it really didn't have to happen to me. You could have just said that you were at your boy's house. That's it. Mel is just too dodgy. Like, we're always having female issues. There's too many females around him, whether it's Clubhouse or his fitness. We're just always having issues about it, and that actually increases the trust issues that we have. And one time I decided to stop off and pick up Jamel from one of his training sessions in Brixton, and you know, he didn't expect me to come up, but I went upstairs and I was just like hovering around, and I wasn't really understanding the kind of contact that he was having with some of the females. It was a little bit close. Yeah, it was too close for me. And yeah, that's another thing.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I don't know if you lot have ever seen them like memes or them TikToks, yeah, where like a guy is training a girl and like they're literally like an inch apart. Bro, when you're in a relationship, them type of things are so trigger. It just, as much as the guy could literally just be training a girl, like sometimes it does look a bit mad, you understand?
That I find, you know, quite strange.
Is that within the realms of your job, though?
With contact, I rarely touch any client. I thought that's literally a PT protocol, like you never touched them.
I don't think you were touching. I would just say, you know, just the interaction, the verbals. Like, I could hear what you guys were speaking about, and it wasn't entirely about training.
So what was it about?
You know what you were speaking about with that girl. Like, let me not even name drop, because you're not going to want that, okay? So you know what you were doing.
I feel like they're just so fixated on something. I feel that's the issue with Deborah. Once she kind of has her mind set on something, that is it. And there's no change in that. I feel like it's a bit too much. It's overbearing, honestly.
So,
Denise, can I you're familiar with palm oil, right?
with
Palm oil?
palm oil, yes.
Yeah. Do you eat it at all?
I don't know.
Why?
I've never used it in cooking, so
Okay. It's quite bad for you, actually. It's quite bad for your insides. So, but at the same time, if you know, to be fair, if you did use it in cooking in terms of, well, proportionately, you know, if you weigh it, stuff like that, some people don't do that. But if you did, then maybe you'll be able to calculate what you're eating. So, in theory, what I'm trying to say is, I don't have an issue with African dishes, but if the calories are not calculated,
the ingredients,
you're just filling your gut and you don't even know what's going on with your body.
You do have an issue with African dishes, because if you're talking about calories, like I said before, he eats ice cream, he eats donuts, he eats donuts, and he also eats takeout, so pizza and etc.
It's calculated.
I don't need to calculate. Did your mum calculate when she was making you African dishes? These foods are not calculated. I calculate with my eyes. So I know how much palm oil I put in there. I know how much oil and ingredients and Maggi I need to put in these dishes.
Black people do not use measuring jugs and all that shit. Them use them and. If you're Jamaican, you would know, like, a Jamaican will tell you, me measure my food with my and. You just know the measurements through culture, by watching your aunt, your gran. Like, it's not a measure with a scale kind of thing.
You could prepare the food in a more healthy way that would be more suited
I'm not
to
going to
the way
remix
Paul
the food.
wants to eat.
I'm not going to remix jollof rice or remix pounded yam and F4 rural. I'm not going to remix that. That's how it's supposed to taste. If you remix it, it becomes something else. I think for him, he feels like eating these kinds of food makes him look bad, or you feel some type of way, maybe eating with your hands. Is that what it is?
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I've met a few people that, like, after they get a bit of money, or after they get in a new circle, like, their attitude changes and they almost forget where they came from. They water down where they came from. So I don't really like that. So like, nah, that will never ever, I don't care what level of fame and success and wealth I'm on, Yard will never ever blood clot leave me. Never, 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 Trevor.
Wish to incorporate it into our lives and our dishes. You know, I'm African, I'm proud to be African, I'm proud to be Nigerian, and I'm proud of the dishes I cook.
When we first started dating,
Period.
you know, we used to, I remember I took her to this restaurant in Peckham. It's called Lolak, or Lolak. There's that. When we go there, we're getting down. It's kind of like a real bush, don't say bush, but kind of, you know, you get down and use your hands and all that stuff. But when you kind of think about it, you know, if I'm wearing a 2K suit, do I want to be in Peckham Market? No. I probably want to be in the circus.
So in other words, you're saying that I'm bush.
I'm not saying you're bush.
Because we go out to high-end restaurants. I would still love to eat pounded yam and efferiro. It's always going to be a part of me.
No, that's
what I am telling you, Paul, babe, is that we eat it. We incorporate it into our lifestyle. We don't have to denounce it. For what? For steak? What are you talking about? These things are two different things. I don't do that.
You can fry it every day.
No, I don't fry palm oil every day.
No. I'm getting a tiny bit pissed off. Let's think about this now. All right. Let me give you a case scenario, right?
Let me give you a case scenario. Every minute case scenario.
Give or take Mayfair. Training a client, huge mansion, right? Now I'm preaching, you know, eat healthy, be fit. Come on, let's go. 5 more reps, right? I get home, we've got the fucking Afro beats whiz kid pumping in the house, yeah? Trumper's there dancing around, frying oil in a fucking pot. What the hell? There's a fucking spray that you can spray to calculate the thing. I've told you this a million times. You come in the house to fucking play a whiz kid like we're in a fucking village. What type of crap is that?
I like Afro beats.
I love Afro beats.
Also listen to other genres. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh
I don't
my
eat palm oil
God.
every day. I don't know what house.
The way he's talking, you would think that this is not the country that he comes from, or this is not his culture. Like, what the hell?
Trauma has this whole kind of Afrocentric type of, go back to Africa, I'm African and I'm proud. Yeah, we're all proud to be African, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, we're in London right now. Like, let's get with the program.
But whoa, what does that mean? What does that mean? Like, why do people feel like when they go to when they step in another environment, they have to completely... Nobody's saying that you don't adapt. You definitely have to adapt to your surroundings, but I don't care what kind of job I'm in. I'm going to make it clear of my cultural background and where I come from, and how I think and my demeanor will come from my culture. I'm never going to get rid of that. I can completely understand that you will get into environments where there's people that are not going to understand it, but I'm not going to wipe it out completely. And yeah, the way he's frowning up at her playing Wizkid, I'm just like, rah, you clearly are trying to wash out your African culture any chance you get.
So most of the people you train, do you actually know them?
There's a couple.
Yes. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, Denise, but yeah, that's the answer. We'll get.
Yeah, there's a couple I do know personally.
Deborah is hilarious, you know. Her facial expressions and eye rolls.
Denise, managing.
Okay, have you met her then?
Yeah, I mean, we've crossed paths and she seems nice.
So what's the issue?
I mean, the issue is that I don't trust you, so that's the issue there.
Oh,
but the ex, is okay.
Okay. But you've got no reason to worry about him with the ex, have you?
See, the thing is, I don't want to be possessive or controlling, as he says. So I feel like I've done pretty well to allow him to continue to train his ex.
Wait, don't you think the use of a word is a word allowed?
Yeah, but Jamal,
controlling.
no. If I didn't want you to train her, you would be training her.
And that'd be the same money that we buy your next Gucci bag, right?
No, but we're talking about your ex. If I did not want you to train her, let's be honest, you would be training her. So that I have allowed you to do that.
No, I don't.
Whoa,
Do you know what?
child.
At the start, when Jamal told me that he was training his ex, I didn't really feel too comfortable.
To be honest, it's all about having a conversation. This whole allow thing is a bit mad. It's a bit techie. When it comes out your mouth, oh, did your man let you, because that conversation actually comes up in a lot of relationships. Did your man let you come here and my man allowed me to do this? And it's just like, bro, it's like, are you a pet? Like, what? It's about, oh, how do you feel about me going here? It's about a conversation, if they agree with it or if they disagree, but it's not an allowed thing.
What was that?
The same way I allowed it to go Afro Nation. So it is a party island, so catered for Afro beats.
And you're both going now, are you?
No, she's going by herself.
Oh, is she? Are you?
With her friends, I guess.
Wait, can we just rewind? First of all, you trust me, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So you're not allowing me to go Afro Nation because...
Yes, I'm allowing you to go Afro Nation.
No, that's cool. We're not going to do it.
Wait, hold on. Do you remember what happened the year before you went and all the stories that you came to film me in?
Yeah, it was a good year, but at that point I was single,
yeah,
so...
True. Wait, let's clarify this. I allowed you to go. As my girl, I allowed you to go.
No, because there's nothing that I'm going to do at Afro Nation that you're not going to approve.
Right.
Allow me.
And another thing is, it's a conversation. This allowing thing. Do you think somebody can come and tell me, oh, I allowed you to do this? Are you fucking dumb? Am I a dickhead? What? Like, nah.
I'm able to go because I'm fine. Like,
and also, just because a bag of people might be sucking dick and whining on several men and cheating on their man back in the UK, that doesn't mean that your girl is doing that, bruv. Ugh. Yeah, I understand that saying like you are the company that you keep, but please can we stop using that for every single person in the world, because some people have their own blood clot mind.
Jamal, I'm going to need you to please read to Denise what it says on there, because I don't want to embarrass you, so just... You know, please, I need you to read it. Because you said you wasn't going to Afro Nation, isn't it? You said you wasn't going to Afro Nation. Jamal, just read it.
Take your phone back, man.
Jamal, can you read it, please?
Alright, cool.
Deborah is on smoke.
Thank you for your order. Jamal,
Order for what?
You know what it's for.
Okay, Denise, so this is an Afro Nation ticket, the event that Jamel said he's not actually attending. Says, thank you for your order, Jamel. Please ensure you retain a copy of this email and use your order ID in all correspondence regarding this order for Afro Nation 2021. This is dodgy as fuck. Like, when I first found the Afro Nation ticket in Jamel's emails, I thought, okay, let me not say anything. Let me see if he actually tells me that he's going. Like, I'm not being funny.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you lot can't be saying you lot are dating and yeah, that's my man, da, 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 and you're keeping things from each other like this.
When did he actually think when he did this? Because what do you expect to happen when Afro Nation actually happens? It's very, very strange. It's another reason why I don't trust him. So I don't feel like, and with your behaviour, I do not feel like Afro Nation is a place for you to be in. Regardless of
no, but the funny thing is, he can mention that crazy stuff going on in Afro Nation, so she can't go, but he can. Like, what? The double standard, like, oh.
Regardless of that, you said you wasn't going. I let you know that I was going. I'm open with the things that I do, like, I'm open. I don't mind. I'm up.
Girls are more reasonable, bro. Girls are more reasonable.
You know, it's not about allowing me. We came to an agreement.
Yeah, an agreement which I allowed you to actually.
Okay, anyways, we came to an agreement, and the fact is, you knew that I was going Afro Nation. Like, you're the way you're playing that's actually pissing me off.
What's the big deal?
Are you
alright? If I went to attend, what's the big deal? Like, if I went to surprise you, that's not a problem.
Listen,
you man, this wasn't a surprise thing.
You have time to cook, Paul.
Okay. I could find...
All this body, he's wasting it because we don't even have sex, so stop all your rubbish.
Ooh, that's a low blow.
On that note...
That's a low blow. Woo, it's going to be a long night. Let's go.
No, please don't make fun of it, because this, you know, is a very important scenario. You talk about your business in a very serious way.
Right, but your relationship is not the same.
A very serious business.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you.
And Shoma has just mentioned the sexual side of your life. Now, has it always been this way? Or when you first got together, was it very different?
When we first got together, we used to fuck like animals. You understand? We had things to do. We were still busy. You and I, we had jobs. We had businesses. We were busy. But we made time to have sex. Now, I don't understand what it is. I don't know if Paul is cheating. I don't know if he doesn't find me attractive. It doesn't... Okay, well, ask him. When was the last time we had sex?
Scientifically, yes, we are animals, but we're not in a bloody forest, are we? Do you understand? Like, I'm not just gonna come home, start jumping up and down like a rabbit.
So why don't you touch me?
When I come home from work and I see my girlfriend, right? When I just see her, I'm happy. That's love to me. That's enough.
Fair.
For me.
But
at the same time, why do you feel like you need me inside of you 247 before you can feel love?
I don't feel like I need you inside me 247, but I'm not wood.
Okay,
Okay, I'm a woman and I find you attractive and I would like to have sex with you once in a while. Even if it's once a week, babe, because we don't do that. I understand that I might have a high sex drive, but Paul has a very low sex drive and we can meet in the middle somehow. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind having sex at least 3 times a week. We are not even having that a month. So, of course, I have every right to complain. I feel that it's a disrespect to him and to myself.
Them situations there where the relationship is bad and the sex just disappears, like, it's sticky, you know?
I could be in the house with booty shorts, Paul will walk past me.
You want me to say you're wearing booty shorts?
No, you can touch my bum, I don't know, slip it in or something. Do something that men do to their girls when they see them. Honestly.
Shoma, do you ever instigate sex with him?
All the time. There's a situation where we planned to have sex. Paul was, I don't know what happened, he agreed anyway. It's even, I'm so embarrassed saying this, like we organised the day where we were going to have sex. I went out, I bought lingerie, I bought rose petals, wine, I dimmed the lights, everything. Paul came in, do you know what he did?
Went to sleep.
He ate and he went to bed. I have to get him on the weekends and we have to put it in our diary because he's very much about diary, let's schedule this, let's put this in our diary, blah, blah, blah. He's trying to make me feel unattractive, even though I know I'm sexy as fuck and I know there's men out there that would want what he doesn't want.
Tell them
for
again.
me, it's like, if you don't want it, then let me go kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Tell them again.
So that day, long story short, had a late night. So one of my clients, one of my top clients, he's only in the country 2 weeks out of the month. He lives in Abu Dhabi, long story. Anyhow, so I actually set him a target. So because he was going on holiday, I assumed that he wasn't going to reach that fitness target. And I had a bet with him that if he exceeds the target, I'll run 10K in front of him. So with clients like that, I can't say to them, I'll give you a discount. That doesn't work. You need to do something. So long story short, he hit his target and I ran the 10K, right? By the time I got home, I was knackered. Now, Chomo basically wants me to carry her that night.
Not necessarily.
Did you say anything about your situation at work, or did you leave Shoma not knowing why? Because it might have been read as if you weren't interested.
Of course I'm interested. I'll be bothered.
No, I don't think he is, because at the end of the day, I knew nothing about the 10K. He agreed to have sex that day, so why are we not having sex?
Because
you let me go out and buy lingerie, you allowed me to cook, you still ate the food, why were you tired to eat?
I'll tell you the problem that I have with Choma, right? I feel like whenever she initiates sex, it's not genuine. And what I mean by that, but let me explain. No, I'll make it, it's going to make sense now. So she has different approaches, right? Sometimes I could be at the door, she's dragging me in from the tie. You understand? Other times, she could play it cool. She could say, okay, you know what, she's going to cook this, meal prep, by the way. She cooked this. So look, listen to this, right? One day, long story short, by the end of the night, she had the rose petals, she had the candles, she had the massage bed, right? So I'm laying down, I'm getting a massage, and I just think to myself, you know what the funny thing is? 1,000,000% that massage has to end with a happy ending.
Why are you saying it like I did something wrong?
But that's not a happy ending.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what that analogy was about. If she feels like she can't just pull your tie and initiate sex, then she's gonna try and do it in other ways. Like, it's your girlfriend, it's not like it's somebody at work that's sexually harassing you. This is actually your girlfriend. Like, if you're not doing it with her, she's going to try other ways, and how are you not reading that and understanding?
Anytime you're doing something because you want something.
Okay, so why can't you initiate it? Why do I have to do something? There are days where I don't necessarily do anything. Why can't you just come to me and, try it?
All right, look at this.
Hang on, no, I've got an idea. Okay,
wrong with
this
you?
is something that we do regularly in therapy.
I feel like maybe what he's trying to say here is that right now he's not on their relationship is not on an emotional tip. So they're basically like, he's not sexually attracted, like he doesn't want to have sex with her because their relationship right now is not as emotional and as connecting as it was. So that has withdrawn him from that aspect of their relationship. So I guess he's most probably trying to say that like he wants them to connect again for him to be wanting to initiate sex.
I would like you to turn and face each other. Don't say anything and just look into each other's eyes.
Just look at the man now.
After that, that's it.
Just
Okay.
There's love there.
Have you ever thought of...
You said you wasn't going, and on your laptop,
Yeah.
I found the festival ticket booked. How are you going to explain that?
The funniest thing about it, I actually personally didn't buy my own ticket. So my friends obviously went in 2019. Obviously, they was going to go in 2020 as well. So they thought, let's all go together. So I thought, she told me that we should go with our friends. I was thinking, that's cool. I was going to go anyway. So obviously my friend said, yeah, let's all go. I thought...
You're actually waffling now. You're waffling and you're deflecting. Can we please address the fact that he lied, Denise?
I didn't lie. I just wanted to surprise her. Honestly.
so, the one thing that does have to happen in a room in therapy is that both of you are as honest as possible.
Absolutely.
So I really do need to know whether or not you're being honest in your answers.
Yeah, I'm being honest. Like, I genuinely wanted to surprise her and have a good time. Like, I'm sure she was like, if my friends and myself popped over with your friends and yourself, you'd just have an amazing time. Like, well, that's limited money you have to spend, really and truly.
We're just going to leave it there for a second and do a little exercise that's going to help highlight the trust within your relationship and show the openness. So I'd like you to each tell each other something that the other person doesn't yet know about you. So something new.
New?
Would you like to start?
Oh,
Can you think of anything?
I guess I got... yeah, I'll go first, I guess. I kind of used to like your sister before I met you,
That's very awkward and embarrassing. What am I actually doing here? Jamel is now bringing up that he used to fancy my sister. I'm not really liking this process of therapy. You were supposed to be moving in the right direction and making progress, but now he's giving me information like this. It's embarrassing. Well, that's okay. I got mine, Denise. So, Jamel, I made an OnlyFans account.
If you've owned a diesel Mercedes-Benz in the
Oh
last 10 years,
my
you could be set to receive
goodness
around
me.
10,000.
No, I think what she meant by telling them something that you don't know about one another, it was meant to be things so that you guys could understand one another's personality. I do not think it was meant to wind each other up. What the hell?
But I haven't used it, but I made an OnlyFans account.
You've got a what account?
Oh, OnlyFans account. So,
Wait. You got what?
an OnlyFans account. I'm not going to use it. I didn't make it to use it, but maybe. I'm joking. I made an OnlyFans account.
What is this account?
So it's basically... So people can subscribe to your account and then you can do like private things on there, sometimes sexual or some like could be a fetish or something. So yeah, that's what it is. I made one.
Okay.
Look at this guy's face.
How does that make you feel now you both know something about each other?
I don't even care, you know.
I feel great. I feel better.
Nah.
You didn't like the task?
Deb is on violence.
This task, I didn't expect it to be like this. I hope you light-hearted, but the fact that she came to drop to me that she got an OnlyFans account, she crazy. And she talks about trust, about me, this and that, but how the heck am I meant to trust her when she got an OnlyFans account?
I get the feeling that you're not feeling so happy about things.
No, I feel like, what's the point of even coming here? Like, I'm pretty much over and done with this.
This was your idea.
Yeah, my idea. I just thought it would be better for us, but it's not going any better.
Okay, well.
For face value, I understand, you know, bald head, beard, I'm a hunky guy. I lift heavy metal. I get it. But, you know, coming home and technically every time we have sex, having to carry my girlfriend, it can be a bit exhausting.
First, you don't have to carry me every single time we have sex. And even if you did, like, what's the issue? You used to carry me before. So are you lazy now or what?
Things were a bit different.
In what way? I've gained weight.
I didn't say that.
Then what then? What's the problem?
Well, would you know if you gained weight?
Just answer the question.
I think I've gained weight.
Would you know it?
I guess, yeah. I haven't gained weight. Have I gained weight? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm not trying to say you gained weight, but since we're on the topic, let's have the discussion. So, random question. Just out of curiosity. In the last 6 months, have you weighed yourself? I'm just asking.
What?
Okay. Have you ever calculated your calorie intake? Yes or no?
What are you trying to say?
No?
I don't calculate my calorie intake.
So, okay. If you didn't calculate it in the last 6 months, the last 3 months.
Yeah, but I still eat the same.
You still eat the same? Okay, cool. Do you calculate what you're eating?
Paul, what exactly?
You brought up. Let's have the conversation. I didn't bring it up. We're in therapy, and it's a safe place. Let's have the conversation. Now, if we really want to break it down a bit.
What are you saying?
No, I'm not saying you're fat. But you just said I didn't say you're fat. You're the one that said the word fat. Did I say fat? I didn't say fat. What I'm saying
Why are you getting so defensive?
I'm not getting defensive. She's trying to put words into my mouth. Do you understand? I never said
she asked
fat.
you a question.
She's the one that brought it up. And, you know, when you kind of look at it, she's technically, psychologically taking accountability for her own mistakes in terms of, like, maybe her diet or fitness or anything like that. It's not my fault. This is an issue she has for herself. She knows what I do, right? And at the end of the day, between the both of us, we've had discussions where she has mentioned that she wants to lose weight, right? And I said, great, I support you with that, right? However, when it comes to me trying to kind of keep her in check in order to motivate her to achieve her goals, it becomes a problem. She says I'm calling her fat. I didn't call you fat. I'm saying that you haven't been tracking your intake. Therefore,
Therefore, you can't carry me during sex.
No. It's not. Look, forget about the sex for now.
You've got
you said fat and you said gain weight. Let's stick to that topic. Yeah, because
is that why you don't want to have sex?
No. It's not that. But I just want you to kind of be considerate sexually, right? At the end of the day, if you're not the person doing the lifting, then you're not the person that's going to...
You don't have to lift all the time.
Or calculate the weight.
So in other words, I'm fat.
I didn't say you're fat.
Babe, just say what it is.
No, I didn't say you're fat. You're the one that said you're fat. I didn't say you're fat.
So I'm fat.
I didn't say you're fat. You said you're fat. Don't put words in my mouth.
Paul, please lower your voice slightly,
exactly.
First of all. And secondly, would this be a reason for you not to be
with... Okay, cool. Do you know what? Do you know what, yeah? I'll be honest with you. Yeah, hand on my heart. Yeah, I swear. I will be with you through thick and thin. I promise. I was chubby before. And she loved me the same way. She used to... When I used to have my transformation
sessions... So I'm chubby?
She was showing what...
Babe, so I'm chubby?
I didn't say you're chubby. I'm speaking for myself. I said I was chubby.
What does that even mean? Why are you comparing that situation? No woman wants to hear that she's put on weight, especially by her partner, somebody she finds physically attractive. The fact that he's not even being direct about it is what's pissing me off, because you feel a type of way.
It's like she asked you.
Bends around the bush. Yeah, I think he's being very insensitive right now, very disrespectful. And I don't really know why I'm here. You're getting offensive, and I know when you do that. That means you're trying to say something, but you're not saying it with your chest. That's why you don't want to have sex.
This is a space where you can say however you feel, but please don't attack each other. Just...
Did I attack her? Okay, did I attack her?
I'm not physically, no, but verbally it's coming over.
How? She said she's fat. I don't want to say she's fat. She said she's fat. So how is that me attacking her verbally? I'm saying what she just said.
I'm tired. How long? Because you've just called me fat.
I didn't call you fat.
And there's cameras around, first of all. And now this is the first time I'm hearing it. So this is obviously the reason why we don't have sex, because you don't find me attractive anymore.
That's not true.
Oh, this is too much.
In front of cameras.
That's not true.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm keeping that. Thank you. I'm done. I don't want to do this no more.
Okay. I can appreciate that it's been a difficult session, but if you wouldn't mind, I'm just going to send you away with some homework.
Yeah, fine. Can we just do that quickly? Thank you.
So what I'd like you to do is write down 5 things, both of you, 5 things that you appreciate in each other, and 5 things that you have done for each other. So it doesn't have to be on one day, obviously. Over the last few weeks, can you think of 5 things with both of those subject matters?
Might be hard, child.
Shoma, please, just calm down.
I'm calm. I'm okay.
Okay. You know, things do get very heated in sessions, and, you know, sometimes things are said that are taken in the wrong way, but...
Denise, can we leave?
I can see that there's real value in you as a couple.
Denise,
I can't believe you said that on camera.
Babes.
Fucking talk to me. I can't believe you said that on camera.
Babe, come on. I understand that Choma's quite upset at this moment with the way things have kind of played out in terms of the whole weight gain and stuff. Sometimes I try to motivate her, and the push might be a tiny bit too much for her. So I'll be accountable, and I'll say, look, I can take my foot off the pedal and just kind of sit back with this and kind of let things play out easily, I guess.
I've always...
Not using a softer side to Paul, child. Like, finally...
Anyway, that Paul's had an issue with my weight, just by the way he behaves and constantly telling me to do certain things.
But why is it that when... But this is my issue. Why is it... Because you are a personal trainer that she now has to fit up. Like, do you get what I mean? Because she was happy with the way you were when she first met you, and you wasn't fit. You was, as you said, you had a bit more weight on you, and she was happy with the way you were. So why is it that I don't get it? Like, oh. Another thing is communication. I feel like every single one of us lack ways in which we communicate with one another. Like, it's actually very childish of us, me included. But like, I'm not gonna lie, I actually fuck with Chioma and Paul. I feel like they have way more potential than Jamal and Deborah. Deborah is just on smoke and violence. Make sure you guys like, comment and subscribe to the ting. Watagwan, pa watagwan.